Hello everyone, so we have here the lesson 13 for the basic calculus, which is the derivative of implicit functions. For the objectives of this lesson, we have at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to differentiate explicit and implicit functions and use implicit differentiation in finding the derivatives of implicit functions. So let us define first if explicit function. So an explicit function is a function defined by the equation y that is equals to f of x. In other words, y is isolated on one side of the equation. So an example of that, we have y that is equals to 4x squared minus 2x plus 3. So katong mga previous given sa katong previous videos about differentiation, kato sila is explicit function to sila. So, other term for explicit function is the normal function, no? So, mo na siya ginatawag sa uban. Sa uban ha, dili sa tanan. Okay, so explicit function. Okay, when we say implicit function, an implicit function is a function that is not written in the form y that is equals to f of x. This means that y can be found on either both sides of the equation together with x. So, an example of that, we have x squared plus y squared that is equals to 4. We also have 2x squared plus xy minus y that is equals to 1. Actually, pwede gyapon ninyo good ni sila applyan og katong normal na differentiation, but you have to solve first for kaning the y, no? So himon sa ninyo nga ang y ma-isolate diri sa pikas, and then rest of the terms dito sa pikas same with kini. Pero kung medyo hassle naman siya, so gamitan nato siya og other special differentiation, no? Ang tawag niya is implicit differentiation. So, implicit differentiation is a method of finding the derivatives of implicit functions. Actually, magamit magyapon nato ang basic differentiation rules dire, pero naa siya twist kay dili naman siya explicit function. Kato magong mga differentiation rules na atong naagian kay for explicit functions to siya. Kay explicit function man ang mga given ato. For implicit function, magamit gahapon nato siya, but nana siya twist dire. Okay? So, an steps in implicit differentiation. First, we have to differentiate both sides of the equation with respect to x. For y terms, multiply the derivative with dy over dx. So, as what I have said, gamit gyapon ang basic differentiation rules, but kung mag-differentiate ta sa y term, i-multiply nato sila by dy over dx. Then, if a factor contains x and y, so apply the product rule or the quotient rule. So, depende. Kung rationalize, quotient rule. Kung nagtapad lang ang x ug y, we have product rule. Next, group all terms with dy over dx on one side of the equation and group terms without dy over dx on the other side of the equation. Then, factor out dy over dx and solve for dy over dx. So, to apply these steps, we have here examples. We have find dy over dx of each of the following. For number 1, we have 3x squared minus 5y squared plus x that is equals to y. Number 2, we have x cubed plus 3xy squared minus 4x that is equals to 5x squared y minus 12y. And lastly, we have 4x plus 2x times square root of x plus y that is equals to 2y. For our first example in implicit differentiation, we have again the given 3x squared minus 5y squared plus x that is equals to y. So again, the first step in implicit differentiation is we have to differentiate both sides of the equation with respect to x. And for y terms, if we are going to derive y terms, then we have to multiply, Okay, again, for our first example in implicit differentiation, we have the given 3x squared minus 5y squared plus x that is equals to y. So, ang first step in implicit differentiation, we have to differentiate both sides of the equation with respect to x. And if we are going to find for the derivative of y terms, we have to multiply them by, or multiply the derivative with dy over dx. So, first step, differentiate natin sila. So, we have 3x squared. The derivative of 3x squared, we have 6x minus derivative of 5y squared, we have 5 times 2y. Okay, 5 times 2y. And then since this is a y term, so we'll just have to multiply dy over dx. Okay? Plus derivative of x, which is 1. This is equals to derivative of y, which is 1. And then multiplied by dy over dx. Okay, next. Pang-operate na to, we'll have 6x minus 5 times 2y times dy over dx. That would be 10y dy over dx. Then we have plus 1. This is equals to, we have 1 times dy over dx. We have dy over dx. Okay, next. Sumana na to sila differentiate. So, we have to group all terms with dy over dx on one side of the equation and group the terms without dy over dx on the other side of the equation. So, in this case, naatay dy over dx and dy over dx, grupo na to sila diri sa right side, and then the rest of the term nga walay dy over dx dito po sa left side. So, ang mabilin dire, we have negative 10y dy over dx. Transpose si dy over dx, so we have minus dy over dx. This is equals to, transpose si 6x, will have negative 6x. Transpose si 1, so we'll have minus 1. Okay, after ani, we have to factor out dy over dx dire. So we have dy over dx multiplied by negative 10y dy over dx divided by 10y over dx. We have negative 10y. And then we have negative 1 there, no? So we'll have negative 1. Again, this is equals to negative 6x minus 1. Okay, para ma-isolate ang dy over dx, i-divide na to both sides by negative 10y minus 1. So we have negative 10y minus 1. Dari po, we have negative 10y minus 1. Okay, so next, ang mabilin na lang dire, cancel. We have dy over dx. This indicates derivative. This is equals to negative 6x minus 1 divided with negative 10y minus 1. Cancel ang mga negative and minus. We'll have positive 6x plus 1 over 10y plus 1. Wala naman tayo mag-simplify. Therefore, this is the final answer or derivative of the function given. Na. So, we have dy over dx that is equals to 6x plus 1 over 10y plus 1. Mo ni ang derivative ni 3x squared minus 5y squared plus x that is equals to y. So, mo na siya. For our number 2 example, we have x cubed plus 3xy squared minus 4x that is equals to 5x squared y minus 12y. So again, ang first step is to differentiate both sides of the equation with respect to x. And for y terms, we have to multiply the derivative with dy over dx. And since we have kanang term dere nga na xy, di ba? Pag nakatapad lang ang duha ka variable, meaning gimultiply na sila. So we'll have to use the product rule also with gani x squared y product rule punta dere. Okay, so differentiate na tong x cubed. Okay, derivative ani we have 3x squared plus constant times multiple. So, pwede igawas na to si 3. And then, we have to apply product rule for xy squared. Again, for product rule, we have UDV plus VDU. So, our U is X. So, we have X times the derivative of our V, which is 2Y, or Y squared. So, we have 2Y. And then, Y term man siya. So, we have dy over dx. Plus, VDU. So, V is Y squared multiplied by derivative of x, which is 1. Okay? Next, we have derivative of 4x. We have minus 4. This is equals to kini constant times multiple. So, igawasa na to si constant 5. And then, apply product rule for x squared y. So, we have, again, UDV. So, our u is x squared. So, we have x squared. Derivative of y, we have 1 dy over dx, or we have dy over dx na lang. Plus, vdu, so v na to is y, so we have y, times derivative of x squared, we have 2x. Okay, next, we have derivative of 12y, that is minus 12 dy over dx. Okay, next, pang operate na to sila. So, we'll have 3x squared plus 3 times x times 2y dy over dx. Constant, we have 3 and 2. So, we'll have 6xy dy over dx plus 3 times y squared times 1. We have 3y squared. Then, copy si minus 4. This is equals to 5 times x squared dy over dx. That would be 5x squared dy over dx. Then, we have plus 5 times y times 2x. That would be 10xy. Minus, we have 12 dy over dx. Okay, next, ato ang i-isolate ang terms with dy over dx sa right side, and then rest of the terms na walay dy over dx sa left side. So, dire ang mabilin, we have 6xy dy over dx. Y ni siya klasa. And then, we have si 5x squared transpose. So, we'll have minus 5x squared dy over dx. Then, we also have minus 12 transpose. So, we'll have plus 12 dy over dx. This is equals to, ang nabilin dire, we have 10xy. We have 3x squared transpose. So, we'll have minus 3x squared. We also have 3y squared transpose. So, we'll have minus 3y squared. And then, si minus 4 transpose, we'll have plus 4. Okay, next, factor out dy over dx. So, we'll have dy over dx times, arrange na to daan, we have x squared. So, minus 5x squared. So, we'll have minus 5x squared. Then, we have 6xy. So, plus 6xy. And then, we have plus 12. Dire, i-arrange po na to daan. We have minus 3x squared minus 3y squared. We have plus 10xy and plus 4. Nag-arrange lang. Then, para dy over dx na lang, divide both sides by negative 5x squared plus 6xy plus 12. Diri po sa pikas, negative 5x squared plus 6xy plus 12. So, cancel. Ang nabilin, we have dy
over dx that is equals to, factor out na tong negative para makancel ang negative derive negative diha. So, kaning mga negative, mahimog positive, ang positive, mahimog negative. Or, ang mga minus, mahimog plus, ang plus, mahimog minus. Same with sa ubos. So, we'll have positive 3x squared plus 3y squared minus 10xy plus, minus 4 all over 5x squared minus 6xy minus 12. Okay, wala na tayong masimplify, therefore, mao na ni siya ang atong final answer. So, the derivative of x cubed plus 3xy squared minus 4x, that is equals to 5x squared minus 5x squared y minus 12y is dy over dx, that is equals to 3x squared plus 3y squared minus 10xy minus 4 over 5x squared minus 6xy minus 12. So, mo niyang iyahang derivative. Okay, for our third example, we have here 4x plus 2x times square root of x plus y, that is equals to 2y. So again, we have to differentiate both sides of the equation with respect to x and multiply dy over dx for y, for the derivatives of y term. No? So, in this case, again, isulat sana to siya as exponential form. Okay? So, we'll have 4x plus 2x multiplied by x plus y raised to the power of 1/2, that is equals to 2y. Okay, so derive na to siya. Derivative of 4x, we have 4 plus, we have 2x times x plus y raised to the power of 1/2. This is a product, no? So we'll use product rule. So, u dv plus v du. Our u is 2x, our v is x plus y raised to the power of 1/2. So, u dv, we have u, that is 2x multiplied by x plus, derivative of x plus y raised to the power of 1/2 using extended power rule. Pwede po chain rule, pero mas dali man ang extended power rule. So, we have 1/2 times x plus y raised to the power of 1/2 minus 1, that is negative 1/2, multiplied by the derivative sa sulod. Derivative of x is 1 plus derivative of y, we have 1 dy over dx or dy over dx. Okay? Next, plus. Okay, plus v, which is x plus y raised to the power of 1/2 times derivative of u, which is 2. Okay, this is equals to 2y. So, we have 2, 1 times dy over dx, or we have 2 dy over dx. Okay, next, ipang-operate na to. So, we'll have 4, copy lang si 4, plus si 2x times 1/2, that would be x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1/2. So, we have x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1/2 times 1. So, we'll have x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1/2. Next, we have 2x times 1/2, that is x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1/2. That would be x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1/2 times dy over dx. So, we'll have plus x raised times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1/2 dy over dx, plus we have x plus y raised to the power of 1/2 times 2. So, we'll have 2 times x plus y raised to the power of 1 half. This is equals to 2 dy over dx. Okay, next, dy over dx terms, isolate dire, and then the rest of the term, transpose na to dito sa left side. So, ang mabilin dire, we have x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half dy over dx. Kini, transpose, we have minus 2 dy over dx. This is equals to 4. Transpose of picas, we'll have negative 4. Next, we have x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half. Transpose. So, we'll have minus x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half. Next, we also have 2 times x plus y raised to the power of 1 half. Transpose. So, we'll have negative 2 times x plus y raised to the power of 1 half. Okay, next, factor out na to si dy over dx. So, we'll have dy, dy over dx times, nabilin, we have x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half minus 2. This is equals to, kini copy, we have negative 4 minus x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half minus 2 times x plus y raised to the power of 1 half. Kani, divide both sides nato by x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half minus 2. Dire po sa pikas. We have x. Okay, we have x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half minus 2. So, cancel, cancel. So, ang nabilin dire, we have dy over dx that is equals to negative 4 plus, si negative ha, ato lang ibutang dire sa gawas. So, we have 4 plus x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half minus 2 times x plus y raised to the power of 1 half all over x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half minus 2. Okay, complicated naman kay siya i-radical, so therefore, kanina lang siya nga atong final answer. So, the derivative of 4x plus 2x times square root of x plus y, that is equals to 2y, is dy over dx, that is equals to negative 4 plus x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half minus 2 times x plus y raised to the power of 1 half over x times x plus y raised to the power of negative 1 half minus 2.
For the assessment, we have find dy over dx of each of the following. For number 1, we have 4x squared minus 10y squared minus 8xy that is equals to 0. For number 2, we have x cubed plus 2xy squared plus 6x minus 7y minus 10 that is equals to 0. And lastly, we have y times square root of x that is equals to x times square root of y. So that would be all for the implicit differentiation. Thank you and God bless.